How you doing, little Maggie? Can you see all the little energies bouncing around? I can. What's energies from here at the top? Are you looking for them? Yeah. Other videos I'll do about these microwave transformers and what you can do. What I've started to do is like split them, and you can turn them into electromagnetism, as well as what they can do when they've got this is your main coil, and you have a secondary, which is this one, which has got thinner wires but more of them, so that produces the massive voltage. But what I've learned just recently is, let's just say we had some sort of nuclear disaster, what they reckon is going to happen now, because we're going to go into a Third World War situation and they're going to use nukes. I think in an enclosed area and use certain precautions, such as when you're handling them, you can actually deflect radiation with, I think, about 3 fully untampered with microwave transformers, such as like this. Okay, you put them in series, but I suggest that you would make a pyramid above them, like so, but like a bigger pyramid, using conductive or materials which will help with the magnetic force field. But nothing's stopping you also producing a magnetic force field, in the sense where you don't need one of these. But what I've been informed, or what I've been studying, is if there was a nuclear strike, keeping your doors and windows closed is the worst thing you could actually possibly do. It's because your house, with the pressure, would just like explode out. So everything has to be open so the pressure can go through your home. But if you're in a bunker, got yourself like a battery or a generator, right, a few capacitors and what have you, you could actually kick out a really massive magnetic field around yourself, which actually, according to clever people, can actually push away radiation. This is what they say. If it's true what they're saying, maybe that's what they use on these heavily technical, like, surveillance crafts, what goes backwards and forwards above my space, is if there was a nuclear strike, like Air Force One, like America, the president gets in his aeroplane, they must have something what produces electromagnetism. So if they go through a nuclear explosion situation, but it's in the air, and it's caused like a nuclear or radiation thing, they have what's known as a force field around them. And I keep on going back to Star Trek. I'm a Trekkie, and they have force fields around them, and it actually makes a lot of sense if I think about it, right? Because when I kick these up on, or put them on, right, and I've said on my prior videos that I can feel the energy and I can see the energy, but not everybody wants to believe on that side. But I literally feel the energy, but if I put my hands on somebody, they can also feel the energy. So it's like I can transfer the energy from that to that, but in a gentle way, without touching them. Because if I touch them, when they're on, I'll die, basically. Like, so don't do it like that. So they understand that side, they can feel energy, but what I'm starting to discover is that energy can actually be used as a force field, like a invisible barrier to nuclear or radiation. So if it's good for radiation, right, could it be good, because there are microwave transformers, right, could it be good against other frequency microwaves, which are, these microwave towers are all around us, right, and always triangulated, right? So let's just say all shit hits the fan, right, and the establishment go under the ground, but they say, right, hit the button, microwave everybody, because these microwave towers are producing, they've got their wattage of something like 300,000 watts goes into each tower, or 300. It's 3,000 watts or 300,000. I'm not too sure exactly how much wattage goes into these towers, but your cell phone or your mobile phone only needs 0.3 or 1.3 amps or watts to communicate to something that was 25 clicks away or 25 miles away or whatever, however you want to work it. So why they're banging all this energy into these receivers? Because that's all they are, really, if you think about it. But they're microwave receivers. They're not like Tesla's invention where they're using ley lines and energy of the earth, like a Wi-Fi situation, but natural Wi-Fi, not artificial Wi-Fi, by using microwaves to produce like like a TV picture in a sense, but using microwaves. We know, if you took a microwave door off your microwave, right, and switch it on, and if you could bypass the safety elements on that, it'll cause you, it'll cook you if you're in a near vicinity. And, we all know that, but it's common sense. Don't take your door off. If your door falls off and the microwave still works, throw the bloody thing out, because it'll cook you within and out, and you've heard all the scary stories about people putting horrible, doing horrible things with them, Anyway, I'm not going to go, but that's my point. If some crazy psychopath has done something cruel to something, right, we all know that the crazy psychopaths are ruling the world, and they get off on pain, because if you look back through history, from the first so-called Great World War, nothing great about it. Second World War, certainly nothing great about that. Then we went into all other wars after that. And if you do anything about any history, it's all to do with the 1%. Not only the bankers, but if you just research it, right, they are psychopaths. So when you hear stories about microwaves and individuals doing things with microwaves and realizing how horrible certain individuals are, but the psychopaths, right? But that goes into the mainstream news, this psychopath done that. But when it comes to wars and massacring millions of people, and also, depriving countries which have exploited all the resources out the countries and what have you, and cause coup d'etat or whatever it's called, where they have internal strife and they take over and cause mass starvation, is that they actually get the jollies out of seeing people suffering. So you can actually, in my school of thought, you can actually switch it in a way, is that's what they're going to use against us, right? But they're banging in high voltage or high wattage and voltage for that to kick out a microwave, but they triangulate it in a frequency band. So if there's 5 clicks in between each one, but triangulated in that area, we could all be zapped. Literally zapped. So it doesn't matter if something happened and you're like, oh, go and do this or go and do that. But if you're zapped just like that, and you could be in bed, you could be cooking your breakfast or whatever, and all of a sudden, you'll just feel as though you're cooking internally, and your brick walls won't stop it. So, food for thought. Excuse the pun, because hopefully we're not the food, but I think that's what's going to happen. But I'll leave it for now. I'll have my cigarette. Don't smoke. It'll kill you. But there's plenty of other things out there that want to kill you. Stop. Oh, interference. Could be the plasma balls this time.